Scared Stiff from 1987, also known as Abraxas, The Masterson Curse, The Talisman of Terror, Macabre Nightmare, The Voodoo Curse, and The Stone Talisman. I like that shit. That's hilarious. Summary for this film. Strange visions come to haunt a singer when she, her son, and her psychiatrist-turned-boyfriend move into an old colonial house that is haunted by the ghost of a ruthless slave owner. Directed by Richard Friedman, who worked on Tales from the Dark Side, Friday the 13th, the series, and Monsters.
And Doom Asylum.
Yeah. Written by Mark Frost, who worked on Hill Street Blues, Twin Peaks, and Fantastic Four, with David F. Bachner and Richard Friedman. What do you have?
Tagline: There's no place left to hide. Distributed Republic Pictures, out on Arrow Video this year. I picked this one up too. It looks good. It sounds good. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I saw that. It does look cool. Everything they put out's good, I
think. I don't know. I don't know how many times we're fortunate to have these small horror companies putting out these movies again. I never seen this back in the day.
No.
Now I'm getting a chance to watch it for the first time. A 2K scan.
Yeah.
Props to Arrow and others.
So there's a lot of funny things about this movie. There's the psychologist guy, the boyfriend character. Does he work at the mental hospital from fucking One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Because he goes into work, like, the thing that bothers me is that she used to be his patient, right? But all his patients that are in his waiting room are fucking bonkers, like crazy characters, like that you would see in a comedy. The female lead is a pop singer, or she has some sort of trauma. I don't know if they ever deal with it. Is it the guy tried to slit her throat? Is that what happened? I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I didn't understand.
Well, let's just address it right now. The first hour of this movie, not a lot is happening.
No.
Not a lot of it is even making a whole lot of sense to me. But it's stuff like that. I'll let that stuff slide, because it's an cheesy 80s movie. So.
Right.
It makes it bearable to get through.
I thought the soundtrack was pretty dull, except for the piano piece that they find in the attic where she starts playing it. Like, the overall theme of the movie is fucking great. Like, it's probably one of my favorite pieces of music I've heard in a movie. The kid in this movie has one of the ugliest fucking lamps that I've ever seen in my life. You remember that?
Yeah, I swear I've seen one of those in real life, like in person.
It's the sort of thing I would buy if I saw it.
Some friend had it in their bedroom when I.
If I saw that, I would buy it. And just to see, he names it Cochise, and they put some sort of importance on it, but it really doesn't do anything. That never pays off. But that's the sort of thing I would buy just to see the look in my wife's face when I brought it home, like, for the living room. It's just ugly as fuck. There's a cop character in here that I love. He's just a good, shitty cop. He's in there, they're pulling corpses out of the damn attic, and he's got to have a race he's watching or something? Or is he watching football? I can't remember. But that's kind of a running thing. Like, he's always got to watch TV. He's even got one in this filing cabinet at one point.
Looks like he's working.
I just love a good shitty cop. There's a laugh out loud point in this movie where the boy's playing a game on this Apple IIe computer in a vector image.
Was it Apple II? I don't
know. It might have been a Commodore 64. Who knows?
I don't know.
But this vector image comes out of the talisman. It's like rotating around and spinning. It comes right on the screen and it blows these people's mind. And I just fucking laughed out loud. How'd that look in like a nice crisp HD?
It looks good. It looks great.
This isn't really what you would call a traditional good horror movie, but you can have fun with it if you are in the right mood. One of my favorite things about the film is the shitty detective. who dies when his car flips upside down and then blows up. Like, that's the kind of shit that's happening. And the characters in the mental hospital are always funny when he has to walk through there. There's one guy in a leather bomber jacket with no shirt underneath, and he keeps scratching his chest and shit. Little things like that make this movie really enjoyable. I'm not exactly sure what is supposed to be happening with the psychologist turning into a demon-like version of an old slave master. I guess you're just supposed to...
It's cursed. It's the Masterson curse.
You're supposed to just accept it as ghost shit. The ending of the movie is like a mashup of House on...
What I think happens in a curse.
The end of the movie is like a mashup of House and the hell sequences from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, I thought. If the whole movie was the ending, I would be fucking bonanza of fun. I would have given this a fairly high score if it was more of that, but I can only give it like a 4. That's where I'm sitting with it.
I agree with a lot of what you say. I guess I enjoyed it more.
You know what, though? One more thing. I forgot to write this down. They start the movie off with some of the most racist shit. They're selling black people. I got 2 good Negroes right here.
Oh, yeah. But it starts, because it starts off back in the day. Like,
right.
It starts at an earlier time period. So it's like a supernatural creature feature, kind of, because they got that crazy. You see that there's a creature, there's a whatever it is, a demon. You get to see it in all of its glory at the end. It has voodoo curses. It touches on some psychological elements. Where this movie shines is the creatures, the practical effects. And it's all kind of like over the top makeup, like just I can't like Demon Wind. They had the crazy look of like monsters.
Yeah, it did have a similar feel to that movie.
But the problem is there's not a lot of that. The first hour, it's pretty slow. But like I said earlier, it's an 80s movie. It's a cheesy 80s movie, so I can look past that. I let that stuff slide. I found it an easy watch, even though it didn't really pick up till the final act. The story was okay. The music is good. The acting's okay. I just wish there would have been... I wish it would have been more eventful. There's not a lot of kills. I don't think it's anything you necessarily have to see. So it comes in right under the recommended 8. I give it a 7.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would. I can't say
I don't recommend it either.
I gave it a 4, but it's the kind of 4 that you could rewatch again. I mean, that's the best way. I think you could probably watch it with the kids, maybe. I don't know. That racist stuff is a little bit racist.